Welcome back to Critterland. Well, today I have a very exciting, very unique haul. So if you remember when I opened the haul from Jacc Batch, the Sylvanian Families collector that decided to stop collecting, around that time I was on the Sylvanian Families collector message boards, and I came across this guy, Johnny, a fellow collector, and this is where this haul came from. Now, I filmed this maybe, 5 months ago. You can tell I'm wearing a sweater, so it was a long time ago that I filmed this. But what's really special about this haul is that every single item is vintage, in the box, brand new. Never been opened, or if it has been opened, it hasn't been taken out and played with. So that is incredibly cool. So it'll be like going in a time warp. Now, this particular item is the only one I will not be fully unboxing in this video, but everything else I'll be taking out. This is the Vintage Sylvanian Families Park with 2 of these little white fences, and you get like a log look table and a couple little stools. So it's a really neat little set that I'll open in a future video when I do the forest school and so forth. But the rest I will be opening. This is the little dresser that goes in a child's room or in a baby's room. It is from like the late 80s, early 90s, and this was exclusive to Japan, from what I understand. And then this is a dressing table, the vintage green, and this was meant to be more like for the urban life houses. So you can see that urban life townhouse in the back. So that's a really cool one to have. And then we've got the vintage changing table. So this one is super detailed. It's just amazing. Like the drawer opens, that little shelf comes out. And I got both of these because they have matching designs, although you'll see when I open them, they don't actually match. Like they're slightly different colors, but they still go together in my opinion. And then we have the vintage washing machine, which I've had my eye on this one for a long time, but I've only ever seen it in like really rough condition. So to get it new in the box is super, super exciting. And then the vintage TV. I've also seen this listed in many other places used, but I just never pulled the trigger because it was always so expensive and it was so like never in the best shape. So this one is going to be in mint condition. I'm so excited. And I got all of these sets for a crazy reasonable price from this seller. So that was the other really exciting part about it. This is the vintage baby toys set. Comes with the green little rocking horse and a bunch of toys, all super detailed, just like we expect from the toys from this time period. And you can see on the back, the colors actually don't match what was in the box. This is like the tan version. You can read the little disclaimer here. So that marketing photo must have been taken after this set was, who knows, but this is the green version. And then it did eventually come out with the tan colors, which I would also like to get at some point. And then the crown jewel, this is what I was most excited about. This is the party set, the vintage birthday party set. And it has some of the coolest accessories, this beautiful cake with itty bitty little candles, and it's got little party hats, and then this mini house. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is the vintage house in miniature, and it even comes with furniture. And then you get some other accessories. You get like all this stuff, like cards and games and a bunch of paper stuff and the little house. I wanted it for the house. I mean, that's like, and it even comes with the boxes for the house and the furniture. And then you get this beautiful big vintage table and chairs. So this is like vintage Wonderland, and it's going to be like going in a time machine to unbox this in 1992. All right, well, let's get started. And I am actually going to start with the best one first, of course, the party. And at the time of this filming, I did not have those frogs in the picture, but now I do. So that's really exciting. I'll have to go back and put them in the scene. But I put out some various party things. I put out the pandas because they are in the picture, and I did have them at the time. But I also put out some different party-related items. This is the cake from the bakery, one of the many bakeries they put out. And this is from the seaside party. This one is the birthday party cake set with all those little candles. I think these paper items came with a party set that came in the Lakeside Lodge gift set. I also put out some toys that are like what I think are the modern versions of the toys in the vintage set. So we'll take a look at that. That must be the table. Look at all of that. Very cool. And I love that lace top. There are all the cards. That's crazy. They're a little bit excessive, and I think the cards are a little bit big for the figures, but fun to have. And there is everything. We've got some baked goods, the cake, the mini house and furniture in the boxes, and the table. Look how big that is. You could fit at least 3 chairs on each side. This has the 1986 logo and just a really nice design. Kind of a farmhouse look. And you compare it to some of the newer ones. This one is actually great, that new table, but this one is kind of like cheap looking. This came with the new Lakeside Lodge. It just has a much different look and feel. All right, so we'll start with these little accessories. We'll open all these up and take a look at these party hats. And they have these little pieces of fray at the top, which is really neat. And these are a lot bigger, I noticed, than the newer ones. This is the big new hat. And this is just the one size of the vintage party hat. And you can see it's just an awkward fit. I think you can make it fit on the ear if you do it just the right way, like the flocking helps it stay. A little on the big side. It might fit a bunny ear better. But these ones, the newer ones, actually fit quite a bit better. So here are the bread items, and these are exactly like the ones that you get in the vintage bakery. One of my all-time favorite sets. I love this building so much and all the accessories. I don't like that they're stuck on the plates, but you know, whatever. So those are those type, and then you've got the little donuts and the loose bakery items. These donuts are so beautiful and realistic with that powdered sugar. You have some croissants, and then we have Panda Father wheeling in this super cool cake that came with the like baby party set, which is a newer set. It's been retired a while, but I love that cake. It's just fantastic. But we are just going to be using the platter to put our donuts on. And I've got another plate I brought in. So we're going to put all this food out. And here is the cake. This is a really interesting cake. It's like kind of translucent, and it comes with a plate. It's really beautiful and very detailed. But you can look at, you know, compared to the newer cakes, it's almost a little simpler. But you have these teeny tiny little candles. You get 5, so I guess somebody can turn up to 5 years old with this cake. Isn't that beautiful? I really, really like that. I love the interactivity of being able to put multiple candles on the cake like that. And here we've got the old style soda and little cups. And these are very unstable. They've got little plastic bits underneath and they just don't stand up. So I'll just leave that where it is. And you've got the little lace in here. So let me take these out and show them to you, although I don't think I'm going to punch out all the pieces. But I love all these things. Look at the jigsaw puzzle. You've got like a pin the tail on the donkey and a couple signs you can put up. But this puzzle is amazing. This is like an old map of Sylvania. And then you've got this lace piece that's really durable, and it's got like vinyl on the back. So I like that a lot. And then you've got like masks you can pop out, and then a little box to put the cards in. So we'll put the lace on here and set the table for a party. And then I think it'll be ready for the birthday girl, which is going to be Mother Duck. And she is going to be getting some fantastic birthday presents and has some fantastic guests who are all vintage or vintage modeled. So here is Owl Mother. We've got the Wildwood Mother, who is also actually vintage, and the Mole, and the mini houses to open. I am so excited to cut the tape on this box. Oh my gosh, what do you think? She is very happy and approves. And I actually recently got the full-size version of this house, which is going to be the next video that goes up, so keep an eye out for that. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is just so detailed. I am in love. And my little mini Critterland is getting bigger and bigger because I actually added the miniature toy store too, with all the little mini houses. Oh my gosh, look at the little windows are cut out. You can see the siding, chimney is painted. This is just amazing. There's even a little cutout for where the ladder would go. That is amazing. And what's even more amazing is it comes with furniture and the little boxes. So that is so cool. Oh my gosh, it has the kitchen and there's little pictures on there just like the real box. There's the tree house. And this one is not taped. So we'll open that up. Ah! Look at these itty bitty pieces. Oh my gosh. We get the kitchen and a kitchen table. So here is for perspective. That is a baby figure. This is how small these pieces of furniture are. It's hard to appreciate that on video, but like, look how tiny that chair is. Oh my gosh. And it's really hard to put these in. I tried like many times. I could do a whole blooper roll just trying to set this little house up, and it was incredibly difficult with my fat fingers. But I was able to get some of it positioned pretty well using a makeup tool. So that bed is something I made out of Fimo, but everything else is what came with the set. So that is amazing. And we're going to have to add it to Mother Duck's Critterland. These are all the mini houses I had at the time, and I set up a little Critterland. Isn't that cool? There's nothing cooler than Calico Critters than miniature Calico Critters. Critters for critters. But she's going to have to rearrange so she can fit this house. So we put that new table in, and there is the new vintage house. Unbelievable. And of course, Sylvanian families don't have iPhones, so they film their videos the old-fashioned way. All right, well, we are now going to open the vintage toy set, and these were the two biggest sets of this haul. So after this, it'll go a lot faster with those smaller sets. So here is everything. And here are the little blocks that go into that little block wagon. And it's still got the rubber band like stuck to it because it's been in that packaging forever. And things like humidity and heat can really affect the packaging. And this is a little push toy that has a mechanism that is supposed to make the little bunnies go up and down. But it doesn't work very well. I think you need to be on the right surface and apply the right amount of pressure. I couldn't seem to get it to work. So here's a closer look at the block wagon without the cardboard in it. And here is a newer one that I really like. This came in a little panda bunny toy set from Japan. And it's got these blocks that are already in there, and the blocks are a higher quality, although you get fewer of them. Whereas these, you get a lot more, but they've got those little plastic bits, like when you have to take it out of the casing or whatever it's called, that gets stuck on there. And then here is the ring toss, which is super cool. And then here's a newer ring toss. I like that they're both different. And I really can't do a ring toss even at a very close distance. And then here is the piano. I absolutely love it. And here is a piano that came in that same Panda Bunny toy set, and it's all black. And I like both of them. They're both different, but I like them both. And then here is a little like toy that you push down and it pops back up. If you remember those from if you're a child of the 90s, you'll remember. And this one has like a weight at the bottom, so it always bounces back. And then here is our little flat bunny, which is ruined. And then we've got our little rocking horse. And this is a modern rocking horse that I think is much simpler and more plasticky looking. I love the glossy kind of wood look of this old one. Now, because it's completely encased, you can't put a seated figure, but you can put like a standing up figure. We'll try it out with Buckley. Oh yeah, Buckley's a fan. So I'm going to put the blocks in the block wagon. They've got them all out of their little cases here. And they all have little rough edges, so we'll see how well this works. I actually really struggled with this. I think it was 10 minutes total trying to get this in, but I eventually got it. And there we have it. And it matches the key. And I really like that they included a little key there so you know how it's supposed to go. Otherwise, I would not have figured it out. So those are all the toys from the toy set and everything from the party set we looked at. So everyone's going to have fun partying, and we are going to move on to the other sets. We'll start with this little dresser. I absolutely love the colors. I love that the knobs are painted. And you've got that little design on it. How sweet is that? And there it is. Super beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's even more beautiful in person than in the picture. This will look very nice in a baby's room, or even a child's room. I could think of lots of uses for this. I love how shiny new these things are. And of course we'll open up the changing table because it sort of goes together, at least with a design on it. There's the accessories. Looks like that little cup is damaged there. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. This is really nice. It has a little bit of a darker color compared to the dresser, but it's got a little rack for the towel. This one says 1991. And you can see the colors are different. Even the grain of the plastic looks different. And the design, the drawer pulls are different. But look, this little tray comes out, the shelf. Isn't that neat? Here's the talc, or the baby powder as we call it in the US. How detailed is that? My goodness. Here is the little pitcher or cup that I guess is used for washing. And then the diapers. Isn't that cute? It says Puggies, not Huggies. But it is so detailed. Now this doesn't fit in any of these little nooks or crannies, unfortunately. But it's a beautiful accessory piece to be on display. And there are these two items. We'll try it out with little baby Jacc the otter. And Jacc approves. How cute! Oh! And we'll try it with Buckley. I think he likes it too. All right, so now we'll open up the washing machine. This is a vintage style as well as being vintage to us. This was like the old school style, although it does come with modern detergent, which is really funny. It's called Clean. For laundry so clean, it's bursting with freshness. But back in those days, they definitely had full washing machines, so this is really cool that it was like vintage at the time, which is awesome. And this one actually doesn't look great. Even though it's brand new, I believe that it has not been used. It's got a little staining there. And the stickers, for whatever reason, look washed out or something. But it does look completely new. But I love the style of it. I think this will go really, really well in the yellow vintage mansion, which I think I had it in there when we did the frog video. So you saw it then. But these, you roll them and it squeezes out the water after you wash the item in the bucket there. But that squeezes the water out and helps to wash it. There's also a hose attached, although the hose doesn't really fit into the bucket. But very cool. I just love the look of that. And here we have the vintage dressing table. So beautiful. Just a really elegant design. Now, I wouldn't have picked green for the signature color of this furniture, but the fact that it's green is just really cool. And I love that it all matches. And when you see this green color, you just think of the vintage style. This says 1987. So that's right around when the Urban Life came out. And you did see this piece in this color and other colors, I believe, for the Urban Life sets. And here's the little stool that goes with it. It's got the little velvet there on the top. I just love how these Urban Life pieces were the style was so much different than like the cottage, simple look of the furniture, like right in the same time period. But there you have all of that. And what do we have next? Oh, we have the TV. The amazing TV, and it's vintage to us, but also this was a vintage style TV even at the time. And here's some other TVs they've put out. This one is more recent, of course, and you get a couple different channels to put in there. This does not light up or anything. So those do open. And then this one does light up. This is a really fun one. Those do not open because that's where the battery goes. And you've got these channels that when you turn on the battery, it lights them up. And then we have this one, which is this might be their newest one. Oh no, they have another one they just put out. And this TV is really detailed and beautiful. And then it separates out, so you can like take it out and put it somewhere else. So I love that. And it has a tray that you remove. And you can put the channels in that way. So these are a few different comparison TVs. And this is the quote-unquote vintage one, which is also vintage. And this is made to look more like a TV from maybe the 40s, I guess, like a very old school one. Ooh, it comes with a little collector's uh, catalog there. And this style TV had cabinets that closed. There's a magazine rack. So that during the day, you would typically keep it closed, and then when it was time to watch TV as a family, you would open the cabinet, and then you would turn it on. And it had the built-in speaker below. But I just love that. It's very cool. And there are a couple versions of this that I've seen. Some that came with like black and white little cards to put in and a little antenna. And this one, which just came with a TV and the color cards and the magazine rack. But that is so, so, so beautiful. I love it so much. It is just stunning. And I love this little magazine rack, the style of it. It is so beautiful. So let's take a look at these little channels that we have. We've got the beaver sister holding a clover. How adorable! And then we've got our gray bear father and our owl dad. What is that little hat he's wearing? That is really funny. So these just get inserted in the top. I don't like that they have those big tabs sticking out. I would have thought of something different. So they're not fitting in there because there's a little defect there. So I scraped it with a scissors or a knife and got most of it off. But that's what it looks like with the card inserted. And these doors are actually kind of hard to open and close, which I like. So they can be positioned like partially open, kind of like that. And here's the little catalog that it came with. How cute! It's got the little raccoon family on the back. And it's at blank inside. So that is the TV, and I think that completes our unboxing. So this was a super fun haul to do. I hope you really enjoyed it. And I've got a lot more really fun things coming down the pipe. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you next time.